So I'm hoping that I think Azusa's going to do really well in the beginning, but how he starts clutches and as the game starts developing, it starts to get tiring, is seeing how he keeps going on it.
He has no double jump there, but manages close back.
It was also a little weird angle because the ground missile or the full hop missile or the short hop missile were all wouldn't hit him. He was in between. And committing towards like a mid-range missile it takes a lot of time. You got to jump in the fastball.
Right.
And float having no lag, like it's not just that simple.
Really nice to throw out the turnip there, get the follow up with the nair, the edge guard, but Hugo managing to make it back.
Very good.
Yeah, not a whole lot Peach could have done to immediately threaten, but Azusa continuing to maintain control once he had Hugs off stage. He still has center stage here, Hugs going up high.
And a lot of the turnips and missiles, actually their goal isn't to hit them, it's to say you can't go here right now, and it limits where they can and can't do. It's more about limiting options and having some kind of indication of what to expect.
Right. And in the case of Peach responding to the missiles, Peach has to aerial through if she's already in line with it, which means that as the Samus, you know that she's just committed to an attack, which can be very, very important for you.
Yeah, I didn't like that charge shot, because what the charge shot does is that since you do have to aerial the missiles or float right above them, what the charge shot does is that it eliminates the option of floating right above the missile because they can just jump shoot you.
Yeah.
And so like just holding on to it limits that spacing. And that was a really, really good dash attack. Azusa floated a little low and he instantly recognized it.
Yeah, Hugo's been doing a really good job of calling out Azusa's floats and threatening the space that Azusa is coming down on, because he does have to eventually hit the ground. The float having a set amount of time that he can use it. Those rising nairs are getting him a lot of mileage.
Yeah, the thing is though is that like he needs a solid hit like that. He needs more of those kind of hits, because once you hit a certain percent, like light hits don't really matter anymore. If a backer is gonna kill you, it doesn't matter if you're 100 more percent. And that was a really good charge shot by Hugo.
Yeah, offstage charge shot, pretty strong option. A lot of players don't really prepare for it.
But this is a really good opportunity to come back. That was so good. Yeah, that was really good.
The hit confirm was really good. He already had the forward air lined up.
Hugo doesn't like to do the bomb jumps. He usually likes to do one bomb and then air control down. And Azusa recognized that and assumed that he wouldn't fastball, so he threw the turn up high and ended up catching up. So it was just a really good recognition right there. Really good back airs.
Yeah.
What I'm liking about Azusa right now is that he's maintaining a very close mid-range. He isn't letting himself stay full screen, because I feel like that's where Challenge is just eating him up. Was in the full screen like spacing war.
Right, like about like one battlefield platform length, right?
Yeah, he kind of wants to hover there. I would say like always be in like dash attack range, ground-wise. I think is a really good idea.
Pulls an extra turnip. Just limiting a couple of options here.
Really good.
Really nice. He saw that Hugs did not sweet spot the grapple.
It's
so
also
he would have the opportunity for a down air.
That down air too, to DI that down air like is a little unintuitive, because you either want to DI down to get out of it
or hard away.
Yeah, or like to get out like only out of one hit. And if you miss it, then you get an air.
Yeah, and if you do it too hard, you might fast fall and just die. You know. But you do have to be cognizant of that when you're recovering from below against a Peach.
And sometimes what'll happen is they'll do the down air like late, and then you already screwed up your DI.
Yeah. The momentum of this match has changed very significantly from early on. I would say Hugo had a lot of control early on, but Azusa's managed to find his own pace.
Yeah, that was really impressive. I think the biggest adjustment there that Azusa did was just stay closer, which I really liked. Doing the full stage game where both their backs on the ledge, like Hugs was eating them up.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised by this kind of pick. I think Hugs must feel like he's not killing Azusa that often. Because there was a lot of times where he was really high percent and he kept just like doing weak forward tilts or weak nairs. And I think he's looking to get earlier kills.
Wow. A screw attack right off the bear. The bear's a pretty meaty hit, but if you do crouch cancel it from 0, you can certainly get something off.
was really good right there. He
Yeah,
waited.
the wait on the expected.
Because you can wave dash punish Peach's down smash, but the thing is you have to not shield the last hit.
Yeah.
So you recognize that you did block the last hit, which is why you waited and then just go straight into down smash right there. Also, the thing about this matchup too is that just by percentages, Peach just does more percent per hit. That was a really good down hit. I'm not sure I like that. Really good, yeah.
And he's got the down throw into the nair.
I like the nair option instead of the forward air because people are DIing his forward airs really well. Yeah. And I think he's starting to start respecting people's DI.
Yeah.
You can get a lot more off forward air. You can get a lot more off forward air, but sometimes you just want the good solid hit in a good position.
Yeah. Finally managing to find the back air off the smart platform cancel. Azusa not quite positioned optimally in that situation. Really nice back air into down.
Yeah, really, really good.
Hugo called out like the low float that wasn't really spaced completely properly.
A lot of Samus's moves are actually slower than they look, so a lot of it has to be done ahead of time than it actually looks. So sometimes you'll see him forward tilt or up tilt like nothing. It's mostly because he was looking for something very, very specific.
And Azusa taking a full stock here, which is pretty big because that's a lot of neutral games that Hugo's going to have to win here to even it up.
That was really, really good. He actually hit the aerial itself and not the lag. I feel like that was on purpose. That felt too nicely spaced. But you can have every hit the shield like that. Yeah, it seems like Hugo is trusting his spacing more, which is what I like to see.
Yeah,
Azusa's hitting him way harder than he's hitting him.
Yeah, he's starting to have a really good feel for Azusa's float spacings and also the timings of when he's going to come down relative to how Hugo moves. So Hugo's starting to throw out some movement options that are going to influence how Azusa comes down, and he's ready with the counterplay.
That was
just
really
like that.
Good. Yeah, that
he's hit him with multiple down smashes out of Azusa's float now.
And the thing about those down smashes, the way they're spaced, is that when Samus does down smash, she does lower her box. So so if Hugs did not down smash there, he would get clipped on both those occasions.
Right. The head ducks down in that situation.
And usually tight spacing like that only matters when you get to like this kind of level. There you go. But again, you see like he's not doing the bomb jump, he's just kind of doing that, and Azusa's kind of picking up on that to guess either the double jump or the
Azusa had hit multiple offstage aerials for like pretty early kills on Hugo earlier in this match, and Hugo did make the adjustment on his recovery.
Yeah, I mean he's jumping more instead of fast falling, and you know that saved him a stock, you know. But I'm liking this more slowed down, more methodical Hugo.
Right, this is the type of pace that he wants.
Yeah. There we go. That was really important.
Wow, Azusa not wanting to mess around with that bomb, knowing that at 0%, with him at 50, he could potentially die on Yoshi's if that had hit him.
Also, I think also Azusa is one of the persons that doesn't like using the bombs and Mr. Saturn items. I think he's actually one of the players that doesn't like using them. I think he likes to win. Though I do not quote me on that, because some Peaches are like that. They don't like the RNG as much as the other player.
Yeah.
So this is the clutch thing that I was talking about earlier that I'm kind of concerned for Azusa.
He's got him cornered though.
Yeah,
here.
this is such a good position. But this, yeah,
and Hugo rolled straight through him. He overcommitted on the float. Yeah. Went straight towards the ledge. And this is scary. He's coming from. Yeah, that's gonna be an air. Oh.
No, there was.
DI.
Yeah, it was
a high percent too. Right?
Yeah, it was a little bit awkward.
Yeah, especially with the platform spacing. Azusa trying to find a way to get in. Yeah, and he was getting tense with the missiles coming in. He knew that he wanted that closer spacing. He didn't want to give the full stage, as you were mentioning before. So he kind of panic floated and went in, and Hugo kind of knew.
I don't think it was a panic float. I think he actually set that up because if you saw earlier with the missiles, is that he set some missiles to get him to float, and then he stopped doing the missile and then did it there. So it looked like Azusa was trying to float over the missiles. So I think that was actually trained into him. I think Hugo kind of set up that stock like seconds before that.
For sure. And now we're seeing the Dreamland counter pick.
I really like that duck on the missile. It was really cute.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
It was super cool.
Little things like that I love. And it shows like absolute control over your character if you do things like that. But yeah, see, even though he didn't get a follow up on that, like that was 24% off a down throw forward air, which is really good.
Ooh, Azusa not getting the hitbox that he wanted to send Hugo back off stage, but he's still managing to have control here.
Yeah, I was a little interested why he was staying on the top platform. I think he was trying not to force to hit the ground. Really good. Yeah, that was a really important position. Oh, there you go. See,
yeah.
Hugo's doing a little bit higher missiles because he's trying to get the floats.
Right?
Yeah. But Azusa's been staying grounded, which is really good.
And Azusa having trouble getting down here. This is one of the downsides of Dreamland. Hugs has a lot of space to play with. Definitely can navigate horizontally. In spite of Samus's pretty low speed, Peach also not a very fast character.
I think this was picked mostly because of that first match, because Azusa was getting a lot of kills early,
right?
And then he was not dying.
And he has had pretty good success with the edge guards.
Yeah, see, like here, like you can throw turn-ups to help edge guard, or what some Peaches do is they actually just try to higher the chance of getting up a bomb or stitch base.
Right.
It's really up to a preference and your confidence in edge guarding.
Wow.
Yeah, see.
He pulled the stitch right in front of his face.
No.
Threw it up, I think, with a jump read or something. Yeah. Which, pretty good idea.
Oh, that was also a really strong dash attack. That was also really good. Oh, that was...
I felt like Azusa was actually more prepared for that turnip to not hit.
Yeah.
Because he could have hit confirmed that, but he was actually like waiting below for Hugo to just fall on him.
Also, the bombs from Samus makes it harder to shard Samus than it is for other characters.
Really nice.
Yeah, I like the weight.
Yeah, and as you were saying before, covering the limiting recovery options with the turnip.
Oh, he got
and he pulls the stitch again.
So this is huge. Because since the sword had to kill each other, but he lost it. Since the sword had to kill each other, like cheating and getting your own kill early is like huge.
Yeah.
But you do have to, but they can catch it, so there is the risk of them catching and throwing it back. And certain characters can even combo off of it, like characters like Falcon, for instance, can like stitch and then knee and stuff like that.
Right.
That was so much respect from both of them right there when they both just floated down back on stage. So really good there. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, Azusa was in shield so long, his shield was getting really small.
Yeah,
I would have. He was pretty scared.
Yeah, I would have almost liked it if he just hit the shield just to get it in like shield stab range. I would have just liked that, but because I don't feel like Azusa is intimidated at all by the shot. And I think it's because he didn't miss it so much. There it is.
I mean, one of the things is that you're on a much larger stage and you're playing against a floaty, so you do have a lot more time to get the charge shot. You should be getting many more charge shots than, say, playing a Fox on Yoshi's, you know. In that case, you're only really getting it in between stocks. Here, once you have him at mid-high percent, you knock him away, you get some charge, potentially a full charge even. So you can play kind of fast and loose with your charge shots.
I think that's like definitely true. The only concern I have is that since Azusa has been, trying to close that mid range, that I don't know if that's always the best shot. And I think an element of it too is that Hugo just kind of feels the shot too.
Nice
really
turn
nice
up there.
Yeah, that was so good.
Hugo had no option but to go for the bomb jump once that first turn hit him.
Yeah.
Forcing the air dodge, not quite able to convert. Such a big stage with high platforms. Samus not able to jump up quite as fast. Let's see how Azusa can extend his lead here. Really nice combo from Hugo. It's definitely pretty hard to string hits in this matchup.
Yeah, it seems like trying to slow it down a bit. It looks like more Azusa's just trying to get percent, less about just trying to kill right now. Obviously here, I think he's gonna make he's gonna do a risk reward play. I'll see. See that one, because since he didn't get the last hit, he could have punched. But since Hugo was facing the other way, it was kind of really demanding. So I think he just chose not to be safe.
I was really surprised Screw Attack actually came out through that back air into down smash on the beach. Very rare you can get something in between.
That was a good down smash. His shield was low. His
yeah, you can't angle it low enough.
Yeah.
He's got the charge shot. Yeah, and he just lets it rip. He sees the jump.
Yeah,
Peach can't do anything at that distance. No way for him to get out.
Very good.
Ooh.
Again, he was worried about the float. The float cancel there. Yeah. Good dash attack, but again, you gotta watch out for those nairs. That's what makes his low percent so hard.
Yeah.
Is sometimes when you get a hit, like you just get hit back.
Ooh, again, the turnip hits. He wasn't really prepared for that. When he gets the down air into nair, not quite enough. The next one probably should do it though. Unless it goes across the stage. If it goes towards the closer, that's
that was really
Samus is fat.
That was also really solid guy. There we go.
Yeah. Azusa stuck off stage. He's got no float. He's got to use a parasol. He should be able to come back safely. Hugo not quite enough to get the full charge. If he had gotten the full charge, I would have been more concerned. But he's getting really close as well. Azusa really wanting to close this out.
Okay, that was
the precarious wave dash in. Out of wake up. He gets the forward throw into the kill.
That was a really solid game.
The hometown hero goes up 2-1 against Hugs.
He tried Hugs was looking for, because he kept getting smacked by the nairs. He was expecting him to come back down with the nair, but instead he just landed and grabbed him. So that was really good with him.
Thinking Fountain maybe? Not sure. Fountain, Pokemon. NorCal chant starting up for Azusa. He smiles a little bit, taking it in. These are the moments you live for. This is why you grind the locals.
I'm a little disappointed in that NorCal chat.
That was a weak ass.
Yeah, that was a little weak.
That was one of the weaker ones.
We're gonna have to work on that. Good. That was also really good awareness. Instead of going for another aerial, he just fast fell because he knew the percentages. He couldn't get anything off of that.
Nice crouch again
really
under the missile.
Really good spacing. Really good.
Ooh, wow. I thought he maybe would just dodge that grapple, but not quite.
Yeah, it was a little ambiguous if it was going to reach in time.
Right. The hitbox actually not very big. It's really just like the small tip. So it's not a whole lot of vertical coverage. So that's why jumping over it is very effective for a lot of the faster characters.
And in this game, hitboxes are usually very deceptive. Hitboxes are rarely what it looks like. It's usually way bigger or way smaller. And they're also spheres in this game, unlike other fighting games where they're actual boxes. In this game, they're actually spheres. It was a really good grab. So during his match earlier, where SFAT kept jumping over the grabs, the thing is with Peach is that since you got the float, it's not as strong as an option.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then you're committed to being at that height, which is pretty rough.
And if you're wrong and you get nared, then you can't use getting hit out of your float. Really hampers your recovery.
Right, and you're really prone to getting sharked as Peach in that situation.
Beautiful spacing on that up tilt.
Azusa trying to extend this lead after taking first blood.
Yeah, it felt like Azusa was just trying to get percent, and I think Hugs kind of recognized that he was being timid and then went more aggressive. Oh, that was...
Ooh.
Only Hugs would have gotten that smash. The spacing on that was ridiculous. Good spacing now. See, again, I think there because Hugo is now using the fact that he was so trigger happy on the charge shots to his advantage now, and that's why he's getting his grabs.
Right.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
The only way out of that, I think, would have been a delay tech forward. That was a really hard situation to get out of.
Yeah.
Really good there. shield stab up B.
Really bad situation.
Oh,
Ooh,
stick
is that
face.
another one? Yeah.
That was really good DI though.
Yeah, it's at 119, dude.
He's clearly gotten hit by a stiff face or two in his lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't really shield that, or you can, but it's really scary.
Yeah,
and
and
it shields for so long that Peach has time to grab the Stitch
ooh,
again.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
We'll see. See. He's still got the Stitch. It does seem like he's been holding it for a long time, so it is going to disappear.
Yeah,
soon.
I think that was the one throw. I don't think it would have even bounced off the shield. I think it would have just dissipated.
Yeah.
Nice back air. Really good back air.
Hugo evening it up pretty well.
Oh, that's a really good down tilt.
Nice to shield DI in to get the grab.
And there he tried to predict the double jump. That was really good. Nice up air.
I really liked that nair coming down from Azusa.
There you go.
Ooh, there.
That was the first.
Attack.
That's the first time he's done that. That was huge.
He had gone bare down smash on almost all of those from that angle. He finally calls out the screw attack, saving it for game 4 on the elimination game for Hugs.
I'm gonna give this to Azusa right now with the way the pacing is and the way he's playing. Like the adjustments he's made have been really critical. If Azusa could get up to like 40% before he dies, I think that would be a huge win-win for him. But Hugs obviously does not want that. Because it really opens, that's why. If you had a little bit more percent, you wouldn't have been able to crouch cancel.
Yeah, Azusa had waited out so many down smashes up until that point, and then Hugs finally managed to find one on him.
I don't think Azusa has like floated out of shield once, so I'm kind of curious that he's going for that so much. I think it might have been like almost too much respect, like he thinks he's gonna adjust now.
Yeah, like eventually he's gonna do it. Yeah, he keeps
it.
going for the grounded one.
Yeah.
I mean,
there we go.
Threatening the
nice.
shield is great too, because Peach's shield looking pretty small. Only 63% on Hugs. Definitely.
I think it is relevant.
Doable.
If he gets like a good nair, good forward air after a edge guard, I think he can't take it.
Yeah, he's got him off stage here. He got the turn up hit.
Oh.
Wow, and Hugs missing the grapple just
You
out
never
of range.
you never want to see that. You want to see a match